Hello all. This is the first time I've gone back on camera since I've lost my little girl. Those of you who have seen on social media that posted the other day that I had to take her to the vets, and yeah, that wasn't very nice. I'm alright, I'm coping, but it's hard, it's so hard. I am a little bit of a mess, and the vets have just sent me this. It just made me cry all over again. How cute is that? I'm already a mess, and I've had this card. I don't know who it's from. Look at that. From Michelle and Nigel Burton. All of it made me cry, but that from the vets definitely made me cry. Because that's her nose, that's her feet. I don't think I could do this without her. So after pulling myself together a little bit, I have read the lovely words that Michelle has sent me, and she's made me this. How beautiful is it? What a beautiful card, it's so pretty. Thank you so much, Michelle, and for your kind words, it's so nice. I'm gonna maybe go up to the youth hostel for tea, because I'm going away in the van tomorrow, and I think I need some time with my friends just to chill out a little bit. Pull myself together a little bit. Caroline and Mike bought me some flowers. Nick and Jamie bought me a card. Everybody's been so nice, and the vets are obviously so lovely. My little boy, he seems okay. He's a little bit more cuddly than usual, but I think I'm going away in the van tomorrow. First one without her, so that's going to be difficult as well. I'm going to try and put a little tribute video together, so if I can bear it, I'll pop it in now. If it should be, I should grow frail and weak, and pain should keep me from my sleep. Then will you do what must be done, for this the last battle cannot be won. You will be sad, I understand, but don't let grief stay your hand. For on this day, more than the rest, your love and friendship must stand the test. We had so many happy years, you wouldn't want me to suffer so. When the time comes, please let me go. Take me to where my needs they'll tend. Only stay with me until the end, and hold me firm and speak to me until my eyes no longer see. I know in time you will agree, it is a kindness you do to me. Although my tale its last has waved, from pain and suffering I have been saved. Don't grieve that it must be you who has to decide this thing to do. We've been so close, we two, these years. Don't let your heart hold any tears. Goodbye, my sweet, sweet girl. Fly high on the bridge. Good morning. Me and little Mr. Man here are pretty much ready to roll. So I'll pick you back up when we get to our destination. I'm going to make a little stop off before I go up to my park up to investigate a little ghost story. So I'll take you with me. I made it safely to Beauly Priory, which is just over there. So I'm just gonna have a quick wee, settle him, because I don't think he wants to come. He might want to come. I'll see if he wants to come with me. Okay, here we are, Beauly Priory. So it does have some history to it, but I am more interested in the ghost story, which I'm going to tell you about as I film around the ruins. The ruins of the Priory date back to 1230. The monks who lived here were of the Vallisculian order. They led very strict lives of obedience and poverty. Back in the 18th century, the priory was abandoned and the building lay uninhabited. The people who lived in the local village heard strange sounds emanating from the priory, and it is said that those who were brave enough to investigate never returned. Upon hearing these rumours, a local tailor scoffed at the rest of the villagers' fear and made a bet that he could spend a night in the crypt and sew a pair of hose, then return alive. Having his bet taken, the tailor confidently set off for the priory the following night. He headed to the crypt, lit a candle, sat down and began to sew. The clock struck midnight. A huge, terrifying head began to emerge from the tomb. The tailor pretended not to notice and continued to sew, but every time he drew a breath, more and more of the terrifying figure would emerge from the tomb. He carried on with his work, trying really hard to hold his breath. First the head, then the neck, then a long, sinewy arm. Once he completed the hose, he took one last long breath. A huge grey skeletal figure stood before him, fully free from its prison. The tailor made a quick run for the door. The figure's long arm reached towards him. It missed the tailor by mere inches and caught the door as it slammed shut. Several long scratch marks are etched on the door to the crypt. The tailor won his bet. He escaped with his life, but he would never set foot in the priory ever again. That's the priory, so me and Doug are just going to have a little wander around Beauly. If he behaves, he's just skittering here down. There's a little statue here, look at that. And all the cherry blossoms are coming out on the trees. It means spring's here. There's not much here, a couple of little cafes and gift shops. It's quite a cute little place. But we are going to head off to our park now. Got a little bit of a headache, so I think I need something to eat and a cup of tea. So we'll get there and get settled and do that, I think. Come on. I mean, being a pain in the butt, so let's get you back to the van, yeah? Okay, let's get going, Douglas. Shall we go to our park up? You reckon? Yeah. here it's very sunny today, but I'm supposed to be meeting Steve, and these brick walls here, there's two really tight turns between them. Well, not tight for me, but it's going to be tight for a 9-metre van. I've messaged him, but I think he's already on the road. I don't know if he's going to make it through them. We'll just have to wait and see. In the meantime, I'll take Doug for a little walk. You can see the lighthouse just behind me, and I think there's a little walk to it over here. That is where we are, Tarbat Ness Lighthouse. While we wait to see what Steve and Catherine are doing, I have sent them another one that I found. Can't see, that sun's really bright. Me and Doug are just sat, he's having a chill up there. You having a chill? I might go for a little walk over to the lighthouse maybe. I don't know how long they're going to be, where they are, what they're doing. I've sent him the next park up that I found, looks a bit bigger and easier to get to. I really don't think he's going to fit in between them stone walls. It wasn't tight for me. Gladys is really small, but they've got a really long van. I don't know. I'm just taking a little trundle over to the lighthouse. I think Steve and Catherine are parked up on a beach car park a bit further into town, just because there's no way they're going to fit that van around them walls. But look, it's beautiful here. I think this is the way you get to the lighthouse. I'm not going any further because it's all this prickly gorse that I absolutely hate, and I've only got jeans and trainers on. So that is Tarbat Ness Lighthouse. There's probably not much more you can see there anyway. Now I'm going to get in the van, get Doug in his seat and get on my way back the way I've come, down that really tight road. I'm definitely going to come and do an overnight stop because look, I've parked Gladys, and then you've got all this. I bet it's amazing here. I bet the sunrise is amazing. So this is one for future use for me. I'm going to come and do a park overnight. But say anything bigger than 6.5 metres, you ain't going to get around them turns. So that's one to watch who I've got a bigger vehicle than that. Okay, I hope you can hear me. I've actually turned the camera on the dashboard so I can show you these turns coming out of this car park.
Take the next left, then turn right.
So this is the first one straight into the car park. It's not too bad. Got somebody left a quad bike in the way, that's nice. With a collie in the basket, that's cute.
Take the next right.
So then this right coming up is, as you can see, you don't have a lot of space in a big van to get around the corner because you would be hitting your back end on the wall.
Continue for 3 miles.
And then there's another one here coming into it with the wire fence and the rocks. So yeah, I wouldn't advise it for big vans. Not if you don't want to crack your back end on the wall. I'm here. I made it.
Hello.
He's here.
I'm here.
Brought him his parcels. We
He's
are
a good one.
in Portmahomack. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Oh, probably not. Scottish. You got to do it in a Scottish accent.
I can't do a Scottish accent. So Gladys is just behind with their van, and we're going to take the doggos down to the beach. There he is. He's already raring to go.
Raring. He doesn't look very raring.
He's not. Come to walk these two down on the beach. Look at Doug's ears.
Walk with me. Let's leave the past behind. Walk with me. There's something else we need to find. Say you'll go, don't make me wait. There's no need to
Gone for a little walk around the harbour in Portmahomack, I think that's how you say it, but they've got all the lobster catching bits. It's really pretty little park up. I have missed being by the seaside. Doug's had a nice little stretch of his legs, so I'm going to get the bed out for him, and then he'll be nice and cosy and happy in the van once I've sorted everything out. And then those lovely two are going to make me some tea. I have just kind of sought them out because I was feeling sad, bless them. Back with my little boy, he's having some tea. You having your tea? What's happened, dear? There you go. Bed's up, I've got my screens on, all cosy for the night. So I'm going to go and spend some time with my lovely friends, and I'll pick you back up in the morning. Say good night, little sausage. Morning all. I had a peaceful night here. It was very windy, but that ridge of sand like kept the worst of it off the van. Me and him slept well. So I'm making myself some breakfast, and I remembered the ridge monkey day, so I can have some toast. And I've got the kettle on to boil. So time for some breakfast, and then thinking about moving on. I've left my beautiful friends behind, and me and Doug have come over to Ballintor to have a look at the Mermaid of the North. So he's getting a little walkies before we go back to site, and I'm coming to see something interesting. I'm really grateful that they came and met me last night. I think I just needed to see them blossom. You follow the sculpture trail along, and obviously you get things like this on the little trail. That's cute, isn't it? I don't know what fish they're supposed to be. Doug's obviously trying to pee on one of them. Come on! I really would have liked to have spent another night with them, but I've got work tomorrow, and I really have got to sort some stuff out at work, like washing and getting myself ready to go to work tomorrow. So I'm being sensible and I'm going back. Okay, there she is. I'm going to go down because the tide's out and have a closer look. And there is the story, which I will tell you about as I'm filming around the Mermaid. There was a fisherman by the name of Donald. One day he went to the loch above Nig Hill to gather willow in order to make himself a new creel. On his way back, he decided to stop at the cliffs to see if he could gather some seagull eggs for himself. Whilst filling his pockets, he glanced down and saw sitting on a rock a beautiful woman with long red hair, singing softly to herself. As he reached the shore, he realised that she was a mermaid. He had heard stories that if you capture them by their left hand, it renders them defenceless, as this is where all of their strength lies. He crept up behind her and seized her by her left hand. The mermaid begged him to let her go, but Donald lived alone, and he decided to take her to his home. Once back there, he took her tail and hid it so she could not return to the sea. After searching and being unable to find her tail, the mermaid settled with Donald and produced many children. She did everything for her husband and family. One day, years later, she was in the loft of the shed and she finally came across her tail. She swiftly took it and returned to the sea. Donald came home to find her gone. He set off for the shore and begged her to come back. She did speak to him, however refused his pleas. Every day her children would come to Shandwick Bay and she would give them fish to take home to eat. Got a road beagle following me that Doug doesn't like, but just for your information, it's quite a big car park. You can park and it's like a 2-minute walk to the sculpture, it's not too bad. But we're going to head off to our next bit. I'm going to see a Pictish standing stone, and then we're off back to site. It was 5 minutes away, so the parking is here, just in this little lay-by, and we're at the Shandwick Standing Stone, which is just over there. So me and Doug are going to take it over, and then we're going to get on our journey back to Glenmore. Come on mate, let's go. Here we are, the Shandwick Standing Stone. It's a pretty view. So it was apparently carved about 1,200 years ago and quarried from the local cliffs in about 1780 AD, and was moved here using ropes, timber rollers, levers and perhaps a cart. So that is it. It's obviously preserved in the glass case. A Christian cross is carved in the seaward facing section. I don't know if I can see that, maybe you can. And some of the motifs on this side may be religious symbols. They were religious, the Pictish stones. I've been to see other ones, but not as well preserved as that. Let's see if we can go up to the door and have a look. The door is locked to safeguard this precious stone. There we go. There's some of the motifs on the back. It's not as highly decorated as the front, but it's a good little stop off, especially for Gladys because she's easy to park. You can't see her from here, but she's just up there. And me and Douglas better get on our way home and do some chores. I'm really glad I went to see View last night because I did have a bit of a meltdown last night. It was my first night away in the van without Daisy, and yeah, I had a little bit of a cry, but luckily my lovely friends were there to comfort me, so that was really nice. So I'm going to leave this Pictish standing stone and hit the road. I'll pick you back up when I get to Glenmore. Right now, mister, shall we hit the road? What do you reckon? Let's hit the road. Yes, I reckon we should hit the road. I'm home, safe and sound. I've had some food, my washing's in the washer, so I'm about to go for a shower. I'm going to say, I'm going to wrap this video up and say thanks so much for watching, everyone. Thank you so much to View Adventures for looking after me last night. I just needed a shoulder to cry on, which I did. I am still struggling. He's done really well, bless him. He's coped travelling fine, he's been fine in the van on his own. He's doing really good. I'm the one that's struggling, not him. But I want to say thank you so much to everyone who's sent me well wishes. I'm really sorry I've not replied to anything on social media, but I'm just really struggling with it at the minute, and I'm doing what I normally do, burying my head in the sand and not speaking to anyone, which is what I'm quite good at when I'm sad. But yeah, I'm really glad I went and met Steve, Catherine and Zach last night. They really helped, and it helped me get an off-site as well. It's obviously the first time away in the van with no Daisy, so that was difficult, but I've done it. I've done that bit. So I'll say thank you everyone for all the lovely comments and cards and things and money. Cats, bless her, sent me some money to treat myself. I will when I'm feeling a little bit more up to it. I'm just kind of hiding around site a bit at the minute. We have got Easter weekend coming up, which is really busy, so that should keep my mind occupied a little bit. So I don't know what I'm doing next week, but I will pick you up for whatever I'm doing, and I'll see you in the next one. See you later.